Hi folks, welcome to my channel. You know what this means? This means let's say go. Before we get to the toy, and let's take a look at the boxes here. First off, he does come with accessories. He does come with some blast effects that I'm not going to bother with. The box itself is this beautiful red box. It has Victory on it, and yeah, you just place them in the clamshells and go from there. Again, I'm not at my house. I am house sitting, and this came in, so I'm doing this review from my friend's house. Far as the box itself, it does look gorgeous. You do get that lovely, lovely shot of Victory all together there. You do get the shot of the two of them done in beautiful, beautiful Generation 1 artwork. The box is reversible. I don't want to do it because I don't want to rip the tabs. But let's go ahead and you get this giant poster. You get the product shots. That is absolutely gorgeous. And I wish I'd kept that out for the actual review. Holy crap. And you do get a poster as well. Yay for things. That is just beautiful artwork. For those of you who never saw the cartoon, let me do a breakdown here. Up in this corner, you do get the reproduction of the Generation 1 box art. You do get Deathosaurus's Flying Fortress Cannon. You do get Victory Leo, Victory Saber in their combined mode, and the product shot down below. Up here, you can see Deathosaurus floating away in space, and you do get the lovely toy and product shots. Again, this is gorgeous, and this is reversible, so you can display it however you wish. I'm going to keep it back in the regular formation. You're not here to look at a box, you're here to look at the review. Now, I do want to warn you, I did this review very raw. I tried not looking at the instructions, and this is the first time I've done this. You are seeing me transform these pieces for the first time, with the exception of Victory Leo, who I fiddled with just to understand how his combination looks. I have not watched anybody else's reviews. I have not watched any other things other than the Hasbro Pulse videos that came out as this was being made. So this is going to be very raw, and I do apologize. There will be a table of contents down below so that you can see exactly what steps we're at, and I do apologize if I ramble during this, but please understand I'm doing this not for you. I'm doing this for me and my buddy Brian and my buddy Boyd, and this is just something for them. I know Boyd didn't grab this, but holy shit, sorry for the language. Hasbro, you have knocked this set out of the park. Let's go ahead and take a look at this review. So here we have him in the V-Star formation, and this is, of course, is his iconic formation, his sleek Cybertronian aircraft mode, which is loaded to bear. It is gorgeous. To get him into this figuration, there is a lot of moving pieces. It's by far not perfect. I'm not a big fan of this Y-wing formation in the back, but I could be transforming him wrong. I'm going to be honest. Didn't look at the instructions, so I'm trying to figure it out as best I can. I do want to talk, this flight stand is not the most stable. As you can see, it's wobbly. If you hit it wrong, he will detach. But that is beautiful, and just to show you just how beautiful this is, the Brainmaster here. Let's raise the camera. Again, not my house, so I don't have my usual setup. But he fits right in that cockpit, and he is tiny. He's probably the smallest transformer I own by Hasbro, right? Probably slightly bigger than the original world's smallest transformers. But yes, this is fantastic looking, and it just looks massive and ready to bear. And I really, really cannot wait for Deathosaurus next year, or Deathosaurus, or whatever the hell we're calling him. But as you can see, not that Christmas tree in the background, which is causing me to sniffle. But I mean, this is beautiful and gorgeous, and yeah, I love it. I do dig this so far. Here is Victory Leo. Let's go ahead and get this out of the way real fast. In his flight configuration, which should be using quotation marks. But yeah, I think I have this right. I could be wrong. Again, trying to figure out as best I can. But yeah, it's a flight mode. It's a third mode that doesn't really work, but it's for the intended purposes of attaching him to this base. Let's go ahead and take this out because I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that with it. Somehow, he tabs into all this, and I'm trying to figure out how to do that. So, probably has something with me not having these legs right. And that's probably where that concern is. Let me take a look real fast. So I figured out what I was doing wrong. I hadn't collapsed the arms down correctly. But as you can see now, that definitely has much more of a less awkward gait to it. The only problem is these pieces do not like to stay together. And when you get them, everything else pops off. So how he connects, you got to line these tabs up to these holes. At least that's what I think is going to happen here. Bring it up. It's going to try to slide in there. So maybe I don't need these pieces out. Let's open this. Let's close these, see if that helps it out. Again, I'm trying to do this without looking at instructions. Probably should have looked at them better, but there we go. Okay. Now that comes down. These grooves are supposed to tab into... So it's got some tabs on here, and it's got some grooves on here. And yeah, it doesn't really set tight, but I mean, it's a start. Bring this up, and then you can take the can in here. How does this attach now? Does it attach the same way? There we go. And then acts as a filler piece. Okay. Let's go ahead and... Again, I'm probably doing something wrong, but I'm okay with that because I'm doing a lot of things right with this. And here we go. Let's bring these up. Let's bring these up. Let's put his guns back on. This one will tab in here. And this one will tab over here. And holy shnikes. This is fantastic. It is huge. And it looks amazing. Now, I don't have any other zone characters other than Guy-Hawk. So, I mean, this is new to me. Not zone, this is Victory. I have no zone figures. Yeah, this is beautiful. It looks great. But let's go ahead and get it disassembled because we're not here to see just this plain mode, even though it is gorgeous. So first, we are going to take a look at him properly. Let's go ahead and take this off. So there is a button here, and this button is what's going to allow you to release him. It is very, very finicky. You have to have it in the absolute right position to be able to do anything. And I do mean anything. Let's go ahead and put this in the background. We don't need it for now, but we'll figure out its base mode here in a minute. So first off, we're going to start by opening up the cockpit, take out the Brainmaster. The Brainmaster is tiny, as you can see here. And of course, he has his head here in the back. Yay. We're going to put him to the side very carefully because I don't want to lose him. Transformation for this is very simple. First off, let's make him look like he's in his plane mode real quick because this is his technical alt mode, and it is a transforming plane. You got the entire underbody underneath, and yeah. Transformation, you are going to remove this part. This is important. You are going to come here, fold these up, fold these up, fold these up, fold these up, fold these down. Fold this down, separate. You're going to come here. This whole transforming set, by the way, really loves the Combiner War style of legs. So get used to that. All the pieces so far, use it to transform. And so if you don't like this type of legs, you are SOL, because the small figure here, the big figure here, and Leo all use this type of leg transformation. And why does it not want to stick together? Because I'm on camera, that's why. As you can hear, that everything on this is really, really tight to the point where some pieces have me nervous. Why will this not go where it's... There we go. And then you bring this up. And here you go. You got the shell. But the shell isn't the purpose of this figure. You can bring this up. You were going to take him. You were going to fold. I said fold. If anything was going to break on this, it's going to be this. So I don't plan on transforming this too much. But you're going to take that, you're going to stand him upright, and he's got this little like groove in the back. You're going to try to line it up as best you can. Easier said than done. And then to push it in, bring this up. Now you can put this on here as a sort of shield. You're going to take this one here, because this is his gun. Move his hands out. Move his hands out. And now we have Supreme Commander Victory Saber. And he's cool. I dig him. Articulation, he's actually got quite a bit. Now the head does nothing. That's because of how he transforms, but you do get that elbow bend. You do get wrist bend due to transformation. You can't bring the arm out. It is on ball joints, so you can give him much more of a greater look. And because it's on that ball joint, you do get a lot of room. Leg goes forward, leg goes backwards. You do get leg bend. You do get a little bit of ankle tilt, but not much. But you do get toe bend due to how it transforms. And as you can see, this gun is a little heavy for this arm. But yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's cool. As far as the size of him goes, here he is with Holi. But yeah, so far so good, right? So now we got to figure out how to do the base, and I have not tried the base yet. So let me try it first, and then we'll come back and show that off. All right, so here we have it in its base mode. This was an absolute pain in the ass to get into, and not for any like reasons to do a transformation. Transformation-wise, it's easy. It's this. Just to give you the scale on it here. You were supposed to tab these two tabs into these two slots with these two tabs, but this soft plastic is not lining up for me. And every time like I think I've got it connected, a fan will blow and it'll just come off. It's a base mode. For some reason with Hasbro and Takara, the leaders always came with the base. Original Optimus Prime had his combat deck, and Powered Convoy, which became Ultra Magnus, had a lot of cool features that weren't included in the American version's instructions, but you can do it. You can do them with the Masterpiece as well. And then, of course, the famous example is Power Master Prime and God Genrei with their base modes, as well as what would become Overload. But yeah, as you can see, I can't get that piece to stay on, so it's kind of pointless. I'm not going to bother. Basically, you just take his robot shell and make him do a split, and that's how you get this. Yay. But let's go ahead and get this into that wonderful, wonderful robot mode. So you're going to take this down here, and again, like I told you, Combiners Wars. Leg transformation. This is on a double hinge here. Be careful. As you can see, you have to put a lot of pressure on parts, and I don't want this to snap. Gonna come down here to the feet real quick, if I can get my fat fingers in here. Again, everything on this is really tight, and that definitely makes me feel better about some parts. I am nervous about the Brainmaster, and there's a part on Leo Convoy which has me a little bit nervous as well. Let's go ahead and raise the camera here. Take off the head, you don't need this yet. I mentioned this before, there was a part with the arms I was forgetting to do when transforming. And let's go ahead and get that to open up here. And again, Combiner's Wars, everything slides out in tabs. You can come down here. You gotta have fingernails, which I don't have. But go ahead and bring that out. Turn this so I can find this part. Again, Combiner Wars it. Oh, you can reach down in. Sweet. Oops. And yeah, so far we have a shell. And a shell we shall have. I'm not sure if you're supposed to keep this in here for transformation or not, but you can slide that in, put that there. But yeah, there you have the shell. And now you have the nut. Now prepare to crack it. Oops, sorry, wrong review. That was the Rumble review that no one watched. Let's go ahead and put him here. Now, I haven't done this yet, so bear with me. How do you do this? How do you do this indeed? Let's fold this, get this out of the way. Comes up like that, but do I have to lower the legs first? Fun to learn, right? These if we combine in somehow. See what happens if I lower the legs. Yeah, that's what I was supposed to do, is lower the legs. Turn this so these face each other. Snap and click. I guess I'm wrong. Interesting. I can't figure out how to do this. Learning is fun. Oh, I forgot to put the hands in. That would help. Let's see. All right. I guess it would help if I had, the original figure so I could at least have an idea. But that is definitely a figure I never had and probably never will. All right, so you're going to slide everything in. Again, you see this button down here? This button is important. So we'll go ahead and lower this backpack out of the way for just a second. You do have to push that button out if you really want it to lock in place. All right, now, just like with base mode here, these tabs are needed to hold everything together. Come on. Something's not right. As you can see, something's not lining up right. Let's take them all out again. Please hold. All right, for whatever reason, just one of the legs wasn't clicking into place, but now it's on there. Now you're going to take the head. You're going to fold down the mask just like this was a Voltron figure. Bring up this, slide it up and over, and voila, you have yourself Star Saber for the most part. Get everything looking good here. Bring this piece up. You're going to take this, you're going to tab this into here. That way he can actually reach back and grab his sword. Oh, listen to that articulation, and yeah, he can almost actually do that. But yeah, let's talk about articulation now that I have him in here. He does have waist rotation. He does have a little bit of an ab crunch. Can't really do it much, but he does have a little bit. Arms, because of how these tab in, you can bring them forward just a little bit. You can also do that, and it has that nice, beautiful ratchet. You do get the elbow bend here. You do get that rotation. Hands, you do get the 4 fingers. You do get that. That piece does not like to stay tapped in. Legs, the skirts do move, so you can add a little bit of articulation to everything. See that ab crunch? All right. Ooh, listen to that. That is gorgeous. You do see how that works. Not a lot of articulation in the legs, but you do get some. You do get enough to make sure that you can actually pose him and whatnot. Again, this is supposed to stay tabbed in. And this is supposed to stay in here. You can see it didn't really work. But yeah, this looks good. This looks grand. This looks fantastic. And let's go ahead and put him into the background. The shield. Now the shield you can hold a couple different ways. You can use the actual handle here, and he can hold on to it. You can actually plug the sword piece into this as well, so everything sticks there. But I like it better back here, all sheathed up. Actually, we'll put it this elsewhere because there's another spot you can put it. You will see that it has these 2 tabs as well. This allows you to tab it so that it's just automatically on the arm. It is a very loose connection, so do be careful with that. But let's go ahead and take this out. I'll show you how to combine the sword here. So first things first, you're going to take the sword, gently pull back. You're going to slide this piece in. It's going to hold on there. And now he's got his famous sword. An extra piece of addability, and I don't remember the tapping in the cartoon at all. You can actually place it in this hilt hole. So he does have his sword on a hilt. And it makes it look like much more of the classic swordsman look. So far, so good, right? I mean, this is grand. I'm going to keep saying grand. I don't know why, but so far, so good. Let's go ahead and get out Leo. Now, Leo, of course, I still have in his weird-ass flying mode. Transformation for this is very simple from what I gathered. We're going to go ahead and bring this down. It's going to actually lock almost. I'm going to bring this down. And voila, he's got his legs. The arms here, now these are very tight as well. Just a heads up on that. Bring that down. Bring that in. Pop these out. Turn these around. Fold these in, I think. Maybe. Yeah. And now we have Wing Saber. Does he come with a tail? I guess this is supposed to be like kind of the tail. But yeah, now we have Wing Saber in his lion mode. It is fierce. The mouth does open. You do get these 2 elongated teeth, like a saber-toothed tiger maybe. The piece to be careful with, by the way. I've seen a lot of reports about this part breaking, so be careful with that. And as far as the lion mode goes, he does have articulation in the legs, as you can see. They're not wanting to stay where they're supposed to be. But it looks cool. He looks like a fierce tiger creature, or lion creature, whatever. He's supposed to be lion. But all the sound effects they use were not lions. These pieces I have popped off already, and that was just in my initial transformation. See if I can get this to hold its weight up at all. Doesn't want to hold the weight. It's just too bad. But yeah, it's cool. It's a lion. He's got guns. He looks badass. Can't get the legs to stay. But yeah. Robot mode is rather easy from what I can figure out. you're gonna do that. And let me see if I can figure out how to do it. That is his knee. Again, everything here is a variation on the Combiner Wars stuff, so basically you're just going to extend the leg out, and then you're going to fold this in, and this will hold everything together. Seam. Make sure you have this leg fully attached and rotated out of the way. His robot feet are in here. Robot foot is in here. Raise the camera so we can take a look at the rest of them. Now this piece had, yeah, there we go. Bring these down, bring these down. Arms. Again, this piece here for me was really tight when I initially transformed it, so do be careful. You can kind of see I did a little bit of force. You're going to close the mouth, bring these out so they're basically like a crown. And then this part. This is the part that I've seen people report breaking, and I can understand why. His face is hidden underneath this face mask. It's on a pin. It is very difficult to move. Get that all settled. Just see if I can get him to stand at all. And here we go. We've got the big guy. Ironically, in the cartoon, he's like the same size. And this, of course, is Ginrai reborn after his accident to become Leo Convoy. And this figure is absolutely beautiful. Head does rotate. We're finding this out as I look. I haven't played with them yet. Arms. You do get some rotation because of the wings. They do get in the way, but you do get that massive elbow bend forward. No hand articulation. Legs. Oh, listen to that. Those are some tight ratchets. His Gatling gun's there, of course, get in the way. That's how you get his legs out. Yay. Feet. His little toesies move. Other than that. Oh, he, by the way, has waist rotation. I didn't talk about that, but yeah, there he is. And he does look cool. He does look fantastic. So, how big are these figures? Let me show you. So again, we're going to go ahead and bring in Holi. Holi only comes up to his knee, and he only comes up to his chest. In comparison, here is Zerana, who is 6 inches tall. Yeah, these things are massive. Comes with some sort of stickers. I haven't figured out what to do with those yet. But so far, so good, right? What are you guys thinking so far? Comment. Tell me what you're thinking so far. I know this is an awkward review, but comment down below. Tell me. Now, he does come with a bazooka as well. I call it a bazooka. I know when he combines with him, it's, you know, handheld, awesome cannon or whatever. But basically, you can hold it like a bazooka. And now he is loaded to bear. And yeah, cool. So let me figure out how to combine the two of them. I have not done this yet. All right, I think I got this figured out. And this is actually a lot of fun. He's very much like one of the weaponizers from the Earthrise. Now you see I already have this up. So you're going to go ahead and do that. And that allows you to basically pop this whole section off. Once you get that, you're going to come up, you're going to bring this back down and around. You bring these guns facing the other way. Bring this piece down. His arms. You're going to bring the lion parts back out. You're going to basically fold it like that. There is a tab on this elbow that will go into a slot on the wings. Kind of like that. So again, we're going to take this, pop this out. Take the wing, pop this out, fold this up, bring it around, and there we go. This now will become basically a backpack, I think. So let's go ahead. I haven't done this part yet. Bring out the big guy here. He's already dropping his stuff. Raise the camera back up. And take it and basically where you were storing the sword hilt. I think I might be wrong on this. Wrong. Let's see. Come on. Guess I am wrong. Maybe this comes down. Will that make it easier? All right. I'm pretty sure though that I want to have this stay up. There we go. Nope. Come on. Yeah, these everything on this probably use a little bit of sandpaper. Bring these down. That'll lock everything into place. All right, so far good. Next, legs. You're gonna bisect him, and it is held together by this. Take this, flip this foot out, fold this one in. Come down here, you're gonna collapse everything just like you were transforming again. Again, that combiner leg type thing. You can bring this down, you gotta have this leg line up, and this tab will go into this hole. Basically, this is a tab former. And then you're gonna bring this out, bring this part up. Again, go ahead and pop out the foot. I said pop out the foot. All right. Fingernails are important, people. I know I probably should let mine grow just a little bit longer, but just gotta line everything up. Cool, 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 cool. Now, how does this combine? I have not done this yet, so using that picture in the background is kind of a hint. Looks like this will come around and clip around. Bring this up. Again, you're going to fold the feet up as if you were transforming him. You're going to line the grooves on this with, and I said line up. Oh, it fell in. Come on. Come on. All right. And then you just bring that up. Bring this up. Oops, his legs popped out. Let's go ahead and get that all back together. Bring this gun over to this side here. Get everything back to where it was supposed to be. Bring this up. Gonna take this. Now this forms his awesome cannon. I forget the name of. It's probably in the instructions, but I'm not gonna bother. So he does have in his fist here, if you shut the fingers, I don't know if you can see that, but by shutting the fingers, it brings out his port. This will slide in as best it can. Bring this up. And Deathosaurus does not know what he has in store for himself. This is amazing. This looks absolutely 110% fantastic. Wings should be out, I think. I'm not sure. Wow. 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 What a figure. What an absolute amazing figure. Let's go ahead and bring this down just a little bit just so I can get Holi and Fire into this just to show you the scale. And of course, since Arana's out, she's only coming up to his shin plate. Wow. Now all Leo Convoy really does is give him a pair of boots and a backpack, but it just makes him that much taller. Let's talk about these two. So he does come with two Micromasters, Fire and Holi. This actually came like almost separated when I did it. I have not transformed them yet either. Wasn't a big fan of the Micromasters from that most recent line a few years ago. They all like were weaponizers and stuff. They were always very flimsy and fell apart. So I only really have kept Rung, and the rest of them I have given to my roommate's kid, basically. Let's see. Again, surprisingly, despite this being something we've seen a lot over the past few years in the various lines, the mold is very tight. So you do have some stability, and I think that is impressive. And let's go ahead and bring out his fire hose ladder thingy. Yeah. I wonder if this is supposed to pop out and turn around. It is. All right. That's an extra step that wasn't needed, but there's Fire. Lower the camera so you can see Fire. Holi, it's going to be pretty much the same transformation, I believe. He does come with this, so maybe they do turn into weapons. I'll be damned. Let's see. Again, no Jean or Jean or Jean, or however you want to pronounce it. But I just watched a cartoon last. Ooh, there we go. Now this is much more like the Micromasters that Hasbro was putting out. Battle Masters, I think they were calling them in the recent lines. Come on, attach. It's a very small ball joint, but a ball joint nonetheless. All right. Line that up. He's more difficult than Leo Convoy was. His leg just keeps popping off. It's always a bummer, right? Come on. So far, Holi sucks. As you can see, he has completely fallen apart. And that is because of his ball joints. And again, I was not a fan of the Battle Masters a couple years ago when they were doing them. They just are not doing well. I can't even get this to transform. I'm going to have to pause this just to get him transformed. Lovely. Sorry about that. Yeah, this is a piece of crap. Not knocking Hasbro at all. The set itself is amazing, but this is another piece of crap. And yeah, I didn't like it back when they did the original figures that it came out with. So yeah, so who are these two guys? If you haven't watched Victory, you might not know. Basically, Star Saber's Command of Earth, he has his own personal army, and then he has this team of Micromasters that work with him, who are basically called a rescue patrol. And they go around, and whenever the Decepticons attack, these are the guys that go save the civilians and try to do repairs. These two stake out. Holi is a main character. He's best friends with Star Saber's adopted human son, Jean. Fire doesn't really get much characterization. And the fact that now we're going to get the other two from the Rescue Patrol in Deathosaurus is a whole nother wonderful added feature that, now we're getting almost like the whole set of Victory figures. And it does make me a little bit excited, actually, because Victory is definitely one of those series that, there goes another leg, that doesn't get enough love because it wasn't really done here in the United States. I had first heard of Star Saber through, I think it was a Dreamwave book. I think it was the Ultimate Guide to Transformers, actually. So, and then from there, it might even been Ben Yee's website, because let's face it, Ben has everything on that site. Mr. Yee, rather. I don't know him enough to call him Ben, but this is awful. So, Victory Saber and Victory Leo, fantastic. Micromasters, awful. He does have this, so apparently you can turn him into a gun, but yeah, no, not happening. These guys will go away and never see the light of day again. So, yeah. As far as this, I'm going to go ahead and take this apart. Go ahead and take off this part, which doesn't want to come off. There we go. Slide this on. He's got this tab here, which will go into a hole on his backside. Allegedly. I'm not going to bother with it, but yeah. This is great. This is fantastic. Again, I don't know what these stickers go to. I'm going to have to look that up. But yeah, no, this is a great figure. This is a fantastic figure. If you were one of the lucky ones to get this, do so. If you can find it through one of the third parties, this is definitely a figure to have. I mean, again, it is massive. It's got incredible articulation. It looks beautiful. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. Please comment down below. Tell me what you liked, what you didn't like, what you want to see next. And again, I have backed this. I have backed Deathosaurus. I am very, very excited for all of this. And I do mean all of this. And I'm glad that we're getting these characters. And hopefully we get some from the other Japanese exclusive lines that we never got in the United States. They should be out. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Please comment down below. You'll be seeing a lot of G.I. Joe on this channel over the next few weeks. Thank you. Oh, so the stickers are supposed to attach to Victory Leo to give him some red stripes on his wings. I'm not going to bother with that.